Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Dicey Dungeon. It's been maybe a day or two since I last played, so that probably would help quite a bit with just a level of frustration that this game potentially is throwing at us. See, I'm not even sure if I played with the robot last or the inventor last, but I think we should just pick the inventor, try an elimination round with the inventor. Certainly that is going to be a different experience somewhat, in that we're going to have now enhanced items that get turned into inventions, or I guess we're not going to have enhanced items, but the opponent's going to have enhanced items. Let's see, burning all dice and then doing that isn't worth it, so we'll instead do that and do that and then return. And that makes them unable to play, and then we can combine that and that, and we can win. Which is fine and all, but now you have this problem of getting rid of something. So immediately you need to equip something else to make up for that. Which potentially makes an argument to not fight all the fights, but that doesn't work either. Let's see. 2 damage and burn 1 dice is probably about the best you can get there. Well, actually that did nothing, did it? And with their enhanced attack, now we've got some major poison to think about. And we can just win here. Okay, we don't want to get rid of the hammer. We kind of don't want to get rid of the blowtorch, so we didn't have to get rid of the combiner. And we probably do need to get rid of the double wide items, because we're probably just not going to get a good experience there. Let's see. Like, doing Battle Wrench right now wouldn't actually do anything. You'd still end up with a 6, 6, and a 5. Doing this now will do something for you. Perhaps you didn't really need it. And that just lets me get rid of the staff, which, yeah, we want to get rid of that, but you are now in this bad position where you're going to get rid of something else later. So I guess it's better to go this way and hope that you can buy anything. It just kind of does not even matter. And if I'm ever going to get the achievement for let's see, it doesn't matter. Let's just do shock damage, that, and then burn. If I was ever going to get the achievement, I guess I could have done focus there. To use the focus multiple times in the same turn, I would basically have to have something like boomerang out there. Okay. There goes sword. And we'll just take flamethrower to get rid of flamethrower. Take lockpick. I'd like to upgrade an equipment. If I did that, I could keep hammer and take up less space. That's an interesting thought. Of course, it may be very hard to keep anything. There we have. Okay. All dice becoming 6 now is probably not a terrible thought. Splitting the dice into a 5 and 1 means then we have to burn a dice with a very high dice value, which that was probably done. I'm far from the sea, but a fellow like me, though the ocean's apart, I'm a pirate at heart. Okay. There we go, we'll steal equipment, we'll eat, we'll take keyblade, which isn't a terrible item to take. Scrap metal for 3 may have been a smarter move, or even buying boomerang may have been a better move. And we've got 2 fights we've got to go for, so you want to go through the vacuum cleaner, then the marshmallow, that way you can access more items. Steal something. Do 2 damage or 3 damage, return the dice. Drain 2 health, or do 3. I think you probably want to burn, if anything. And then we could do 2 damage plus 2 is 4, or we could just do that and that. Like, there is no benefit effectively to get damage a little bit quicker. It just comes down to whether you succeed or not. There we go. Well, we know that's 6, so that'll get us 6 health. And then 12 health wouldn't quite get us there, but it's actually 12 health would have gotten us there, wouldn't it have? Getting 6 health is totally worth it. In this case, doing this is smart, and then that and that for victory. If there was an achievement for potentially getting 12 damage in one attack, I got that a long time ago. And you can see how you get similar gadgets, or the exact same gadget, based on just the type of attack they do. So Spark is way better of a choice. Trade out. And let's see, 6 health. Yeah. I think that's worth taking. Yeah, unfortunately, what this is going to boil down to is we're going to have to get rid of one of our weapons in this next fight. So I guess bye-bye to flamethrower and get an extra dice, and we really have to ask the question about whether an extra dice is helpful. Like, ideally I would want to upgrade something here, but it makes so much more sense to let's go with healing crystals. I actually want to win the first time, and not goof around for some potential achievement. It might be very easy to get an achievement later on. Let's see, 3 damage for doing this, then 3 damage for doing this, and another 3. Minimum needed to be 3, didn't it? Okay, well, we'll heal, and that'll do nothing for us, and then we'll end the turn. So now he's going to freeze all the dice. Of course, him freezing all the dice doesn't change much, does it? If we just use our focus, although maybe I didn't need to use the focus. Yes, let's get rid of that one. Scrap metal's fine. And dagger for 1 is totally worth it. But we still have not enough that we could have upgraded, and 2 more floors in the boss floor. Okay. And who do we want to fight next? Copycat would steal your moves. Yeah, I just don't think he's going to be much of a challenge. Like, let's see. Do this. You do this. Do this. I could gain 6 shield. Or gain 1 shield. For any dice. That's probably not worth it then. Instead they'll do a bunch of damage. I guess the question, he's getting upgraded versions of your equipment, which would probably help him somewhat. Let's take some health. And then let's just turn everything to a 6. 6 in shock. Another 3, another 3, and you win. Now, I guess that means we get rid of Keyblade, scrap metal, take the health, take the electromagnet, and let's see, this would be 7 more health, which I don't think I'm gonna need, so I'll just save it. Particularly if I'm gonna get plus 3 shield in these instances. Let's see. 3 damage return. Then potentially 3 more health. And then do that. And do that. Ray gun and dagger actually works fairly well together, but overall I don't think either one of them are particularly good attacks. another 3 shield. Let's take 2 health. Let's turn everything into 6. Shot. Do another 3. Do another 3. Do another 3. In the turn. I might be spending too much focus here trying to keep my health high when I might very well just get a full health refill at the end of this anyways, but no, better safe than sorry. Yeah, it's the next fight. Healing crystals versus the dagger. I think we can get rid of the dagger. Well, that's an option. Whisper, weaken 1 equipment. We are just burning through this very quickly, but so many times we've seen this work so nicely at the beginning, and then you get into that boss fight. Why can I not steal equipment? Is it because I have no room? I guess that's the case. So I can't do overwhelm. So do I want to weaken equipment? I think that makes some sense. Particularly if I can just like weaken overwhelm, that would probably be nice. Okay, we'll just see if any of these are small numbers. And then curse somebody. We'll just have to figure out what that was. I guess I should have tried to weaken equipment first. His ability to blind all of my dice is potentially going to be problematic, but it doesn't really become that big of a deal. Interesting, why can I not borrow equipment this time? Yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't let me steal the equipment until after a certain point there. Alright. Heal. Steal. Focus. So now we have 6 to do 6 damage and win. So we should just take it. Again, I may be wasting the focus. So do I want to get rid of ray gun or keyblade? I want to get rid of ray gun. And copying a piece of equipment, I think, is what we would like here. Just to have 2 hammers. And let's see if we can actually put this electromagnet in play too, just to get rid of it. If I could get 4 hammers, that would be great, but I don't think your odds are very high on that. And mostly 4 hammers are going to have the most use when you're, let's see, 4 damage, or I could use 2 to do 4 plus add 2. Then we can weaken equipment. Yeah, having 4 hammers would be helpful when you use your focus to turn everything into a 6. but the odds of you naturally rolling 4 6s is approaching 0. But we can weaken 1, I guess, and then I guess we should just play as best as we can. There we go, and we kept the focus this time. They say there's no business like snow business. These lines of dialogue are really just pointless at this point. They're not adding anything to the gameplay. Rotten apple, darn it. Okay. Odd to weaken the dice. Roll to make all 3 dice 6s. This. It's all kind of unnecessary because you definitely don't need that many 6s. Meanwhile, he's going to try and work to reduce my health in half. Let's see. We can roll another dice. Copy this. 5. 5. If I could throw dice, then that would be helpful to have 3 extra dice. There's just nothing to save you from this, to get your health back up. My only hope is that my health would refill automatically because I leveled up, but we're not anywhere close to that. We're not going to get to that point until we beat the remaining 2 enemies on the floor. So we may not even make it to the boss unless we get lucky. Hit 6. Shock. What are our moves, by the way? Do a lot of weakness things. See, I don't know if there's really a reason to do anything more. Do 6 damage here, 6 damage here, 1 damage here, and just keep your focus. It would be really nice if keeping your focus at the end of a turn gave you even 1 health back. That could have been the difference between winning and losing in a couple of instances for me. But yeah, the fact that it's just 100% you're punished for not using it and makes it not really a strategic experience. I guess if I could duplicate all my dice and if I could duplicate all of my dice and I was frozen and rolled like 6 1s, then maybe you could get that 12 1s. But Well, each turn, let's start by getting 2 health. Then let's clone all the dice, then let's activate focus. Let's shock. He's got 3 dice, so with shocking 2, you would have to roll a 1 or 2 to really even do anything. Meanwhile, I can do 6, 12, 18, and well, just 6, 12, 18, 24 to do 10 damage, and then the turn. Okay. So he did roll a 2, so he can curse me. So he might be able to survive the next turn. If he was able to survive the next turn, then that could be a problem for me. Let's see. Will we get to 20 in this turn? No. So we potentially are going to have some trouble here. We'll just toss everything into that. Yeah. This is going to be much tighter than I would like it to be. It doesn't matter if... Oops. I should have done a low value card there. It doesn't matter if we have low health though, because we're going to get a full health refill anyways. And you know, this puts us in a decent position anyways, because now we can heal through the boss fight. So let's go this way before we upgrade, and we can buy a shovel, which is probably the only thing we should buy and could buy. Shovel is there, and then I upgrade, do 4 damage, return it, reduce the countdown by 5, or let's see, on any even number, inflict 1 weaken. Which is better, countdown by 5 or inflict 1 weaken each turn? I think inflict 1 weaken, but is each turn is potentially better. So now we go against Madison. No special item needed. So we have a decent chance of success here. Hi, I'm Madison, and I've only have 1 more dice to fend before I qualify for my beating dice easily in a boss fight badge. Okay. So this turn, regenerating 3 health doesn't do anything. Let's start with 3 damage there. We need an even number, so we'll do 2 to weaken. And we're not going to get to 20 here, so we'll just toss those 2 and then return. Yeah, unless her upgraded attacks are really crazy. Where she's gonna burn things. Which, yeah. I guess that is the way this is gonna go. And I imagine burning and rolling as 6s doesn't change anything. We're taking a lot of damage. Arguably, maybe I should have regenerated after I took all that damage. Not that it probably would change too much. Yeah, we're in a pretty good position here, 26 to 33. Plus, close to doing 10 damage. 3, 4. And now is certainly the time to use your limit break. If not now, then when? Let's see. Victory is at hand with a plasma cannon doing 10 damage and her having only 5 left. Great. Another good success. Here to give it another whirl? Yeah, absolutely. This definitely could be the time you win your heart's desire. Oh, look at that. What are your chances? So we've now completed 2 elimination rounds. We've unlocked a magician, hobbies, shuffling cards, juggling, feeling melancholy, childhood pet, a New Zealand giant rabbit named Grover, secret shame he afterly left the hutch open once and Grover disappeared forever, reason for entering the dungeon, to find which was lost. It sounds way better than looking for a pet rabbit. It'd be interesting if we did find a pet rabbit. Well, since we've got some extra time, I suppose we'll throw ourselves into Loser Weepers again. I remember when the Jester entered the dungeons a long time ago. I should have sensed then this moment of betrayal. Still, I'll make up with vindictive fury when what I lacked in foresight. Okay. So, I guess clear the path first, and then we'll go and fight the magician. I still feel very much like this is a situation where you're doing the best you can and then you're just resigned to live within whatever fate you get as far as getting a random card. Let's see. Guess we feed into this, and then in return, I had some pretty awful rolls there. Magic Trick would discard the current hand, or I could do 3 damage. Also, I have to remind myself that I don't have an infinite amount of health. See, in that instance, I discarded the hand, but then it resets everything. Let's see. Which, perhaps I should just be discarding the hand more frequently. Alright, well. I'm just gonna win here. Actually, even winning here is potentially dangerous, because I now have like 5 health to take on this magician level 1. Almost certainly should have taken on the magician level 1 first. Let's see. Then I guess I'm just hoping he doesn't have the ability to do enough damage to me this one turn. He doesn't, but to win I've got to do this now, which means I am sticking with the bot cards for longer than I would like, but I don't think that matters. And again, we'll fight the Dryad. In this case, I don't think it's going to matter too much. Let's see. We'll start with the magic trick here. Then do this. Then do this. And then 6 damage and 2 thorns is too tempting. Gonna add 4 poison to me. Okay. 6. 6. 3 damage or 3 shields. I'll take 3 shields. I'm not sure that was really the best move. 6 damage and 2 thorns. And heal. And heal. And I think we're in a decent position there. I think we want to keep Magic Missile. Yeah. So we'll do Magic Trick here. I can see maybe getting rid of Magic Shield, but we won't have that opportunity this turn. So more items and more opportunity to get rid of things. Later on, I guess what we'd probably want is this first. Like, this is just like the exact opposite situation where you have too much stuff now compared to the Inventor's quest. Alright. We will do that much. Now he's got 2 dice, which is the worst case scenario for the wizard. Okay. 3. And this. And this. And in the turn. Now he's gonna have 3 dice, and he's freezing my dice. Okay. Odd number to add 3 shield, I guess. Even number to do 5 damage. Plus 2 health there. Okay. 6 damage and restore 2 health is the best we can do. Splendid, very convincing. You and your friends are doing excellently, really excellently. I suppose you do have an interesting situation that occurs when you are, would I want to buy the spatula or just save money for later? Spatula is not a terrible card. It's something you could always play. You just buy it. Yeah, the danger of having a dungeon and then Lady Luck being the devil of that dungeon, for lack of a better term. Deal 5 damage and freeze 2 dice is a little too tempting to get rid of at the moment. So So instead I'll do this, and then look at that, I've got a duplication, which can let me get rid of magic shield. 5 damage for 6, or heal and get shield. So yeah, when you see characters like the wizard, well, the wizard could easily be as powerful, if not more powerful, than Lady Luck, because Lady Luck, as maybe a personification of luck, still doesn't seem that powerful. We haven't actually seen her fight at a certain aspect too, so we don't know how powerful she is. Unless, of course, she's been fighting this whole time, adjusting our luck in the negative direction, as far as having us lose. We have kind of lost quite a bit. Let's see. Flipping this upside down. We could dodge next attack, we could do 5 damage. No, we can't do 5 damage, but we can get rid of that. Like, ideally, I would have liked to see a higher win ratio in this game, particularly since I am playing in that more relaxed mode in the first place. Let's do a magic trick. Duplicate the dice, needs to be a 4. We can heal 2 there. Healing wouldn't be a terrible thought. Even numbers. Duplicate a 5. Guess we have to just win here. Yeah, we are definitely, with each run that we lose, getting closer and closer to the thought of just editing the save file. Unless there's some new item that unlocks, which it just doesn't seem like there is something like that. 2 would give you 4. So, no, 2 gave you 5. Okay, well. That was a mistake. Heal. 3 damage. Even can do 5 here. And then we can do that. We'll do that, and we want to get rid of this freeze spell next turn. Those spells are just too precise, too high of a requirement. So 5 there. Oops, I should have duplicated the 5. Can do 4 damage and burn 1 dice, or we could do 4 damage and gain 2 thorns. But obviously we have a lot of cleanup we need to do as far as getting rid of cards. If I did this for 2, I would win. So let's just activate the magic trick now. And then with that we can heal there. And with that we can do 6 damage and heal 2 more. Put us in a slightly better position for the next fight. Nudge. Sure, add it to the deck. Food. Add it to the deck. I guess we want to get to food now. Also. Poison Cloud, Snowball are about the only things we even want to burn. So we're building a decent deck here. I think part of the strategy definitely is to try and build something that is really helpful as far as your health, because that does seem like that's going to be a major factor in a lot of these episodes, even playing in relax mode. Right, well, we'll do that, and then if I flip this upside down, I get a 5. If I duplicate this, I have another 5. If I do this, I get rid of Poison Cloud. This can do 4 damage and burn 1 dice. This could heal, or this could do 3 damage. And I think we're in a pretty good position there. Let's see. 6 to do 6 damage. 3 to do 3 damage. And win. Extra dice. We didn't need the health. Now we can take on the handyman. Noticeably, in this run, we're not even getting the upgraded equipment, so this is fairly easy to pull off. Right. We need minimum 3. Duplicate a 5. Flip a 1 upside down to a 6. Do 6 damage there. Damage there. And heal with a 5. An even number doing that amount of damage twice per turn with Headbutt is probably not as useful as my other cards, so I should probably get rid of Headbutt and obviously Ink Splat. Really, this entire episode would be super easy if you could just choose not to pick up items. Okay. How do we want to play this? Guess you do this, then you do this, and then all we can do there is maybe nudge this dice down 1 for no real reason, then get rid of that, and then we'll go another turn. Just hope he doesn't do massive amounts of damage to me. Interesting, he didn't attack me at all. That seems like that was an odd choice. Meanwhile, I will take the advantage and heal back up. I think I was at full health at the end of that fight, but you know what, I may not have been. Okay. Cauldron's not a terrible idea. For 1, and juggling ball is not a terrible idea for 1. And we're just leaving the health because we're at full health. The pea shooter we want to get rid of. Spanner is probably pretty useless. It could be a problem. And I'm not really concerned about any of the others. Okay. Do we want to take on the super guy while our health is good? Yeah, probably do. Super enemy while our health is high. And we can do as much damage as possible. Well, this worked out pretty great now. We can get rid of the next two items. And then we'll end up with getting 2 items that we really don't want. Right. 5 there. Let's see. Just throw the 6 there. Throw a 2 here. Do 4 damage there. Yep. 3 damage, 2 damage, flip something upside down. Well, we'll start with that. We could nudge. See, if you flipped a 2 down, you would get a 5. Let's see, we can just win here. And there's no reason not to take that victory. We'll wait until we have full items before we try to upgrade or buy on this floor. And we should take the wisp on now because our health is at the highest. Right. 6 damage there. 3 would be a 4. So you know what, just flip this. Get rid of this odd number requirement card, and then the odd number requirement card. Do damage and move on. I'm not sure we've ever used Fool's Fire, so I'm not 100% sure what it does. Duplicate dice, take the damage, do 5 damage there. Damage there. 5 damage with a heal. We could win this turn, or we could screw around a little bit more. Let's see. That. And that's the best we can do, so take that victory. far as full fires, we still don't really have an idea of what that actually is. Maybe it would explain it if we ever could use it. Let's see. Do that. 6 damage burner dice. Four damage burner dice. 2 damage, get a new dice. Duplicated dice. 5 damage, burn the dice. Well, I could just win this turn. Well, what's gonna happen here, I suppose, is I have to win this turn. I've played so well. I'm not. If I took damage and did a magic trick, I guess I could try and get rid of some cards that way, but yeah. I guess I could have goofed off and done that. Let's see if we can upgrade something. Burning Light would reduce the minimum. Duplicate any dice. Reduce full fire. Always shock the enemy on the hammer might be better. We want to get rid of all the snowballs. So yeah, I think always shock on the hammer is your best bet. So we'll take that upgrade. Then we've got enough money to upgrade something else. So Burning Light being upgraded, and then the other Burning Light being upgraded, I think is a nice setup. Looks like if we go to the direction to the right, we'll be able to copy an item, and to the direction of the left is a character we've just never seen before. I guess the smartest move though would be to do Wicker Man first to unlock health if we need it. Let's see. 6 damage now, or 3 damage now. 3 damage, that way we can do this, and this. Flip this up to a 4. And then 4 burning damage will actually do double damage because he's weak to fire. And yeah, that's a good first move. It's funny, he does fire attacks even though he is himself weak to fire. Duplicate. 4 damage. There. That. Nudge that down. Do we want to do another 4 damage and win? Yeah, I think out of an abundance of caution, you do 4 damage here, which will do 8, and then you do 5 damage here, or you just do 5 damage here even. It won't be until we clear this entire field that we'll be able to have a full health refill. So then next we should take on this warlock, level 5, to get the other health. He's new. He has a shooting star that inflicts confuse, which I don't know what that is, and Dark Shadow does damage if it's an even and adds 2 random statuses. Alright, well, even to do 2 damage here, and then minimum 3 here. And I'd really like to see what Vanish does. Can we figure out what Vanish does? We'll see. Of course, if we find out what Vanish does and then figure out it's bad, I won't be able to get rid of it, likely. I won't be likely to get rid of it. Right. 1 damage and confused. And then 2 status effects that are locked. Equipment is mixed up and obscured this turn. Okay, well. This has a countdown. It's obviously vanished, so let's just do that. Duplicate dice are immediately destroyed. Okay, well, we now know that that is useless. I very easily could lose here. If we do this, we still wouldn't know. Yeah, we're in a pretty bad position fighting this guy in particular. Okay. So, 6. That was a health, darn it. That was the hammer. Need to get somewhat lucky. Confusing and weakening. Minimum 4. It's probably duplicate dice. Which means I can do that. Get rid of that card. Because that was the banished card. Or it was something else that I don't care about. Minimum 3 or even. Or do 6 damage. Do 6 damage and 1 burn. Okay. Decent chance I could still lose here. He's not doing a lot of damage, but... yeah. Even here. 1. And those may be kind of great cards. But now we need to adjust and recover a ton of health. So do 6 damage and random status effect. Do 6 damage and burn 1 dice. Do 1 damage and get a new dice. Do 4 damage and get a thorns. Do 5 damage and inflict confuse. I don't know if confuse even is going to do anything to the computer. Like, particularly the computer enemies are basically going to know what they were doing anyway, so... Let's see. Get rid of that. Just get rid of that. Do that. And I should just win here. Like, it would be nice to keep on playing, but I just can't afford to take the damage. So we'll move forward. So, yeah. I want to get rid of Beetle Headbutt for 12. Dark Shadow is fine. Fool's Fire we want gone. Snowball we want gone. But that's about it. So we're in a decent position as far as our deck is concerned. She has 4 dice. Start with the lowest dice, I guess. And then burn a dice. Heal. 4. Shock. And that's the best we can do, so we'll leave it with that. She puts enough points into high note and we've lost. For sure. Flip a minimum of a 4 upside down to a 2. 3 damage and confuse. Get rid of this. It's gonna be tricky. Certainly. Basically need to win this next turn. And I don't think health is something we can even concern ourselves with. 2 random status effects. Let's see. So 2 damage here on a non-weakened. Then a magic trick. We don't have enough for Beetle Headbutt. 5 damage. 6 damage. We got incredibly lucky here. Ugh, that sucks. Well, adversity fuels art. I'll turn this into a song. Okay. So we don't need the apple now. And it would just come down to what would we want to duplicate? Burning light as an item, or dark shadow to get that twice as often for 2 random status effects, or shooting star to inflict confuse. I think dark shadow is definitely a choice there. We'll get 2 of those. We're still, even at full health, even with a nice deck of 27 cards, and having some of those kind of suck, but not too many. It's still kind of a high chance of failure, just based on random outcomes. We're fighting Beatrice, so that doesn't seem like that's anything too weird. Oh, it's another dice? Adorable. Which one are you? No, don't tell me. I'm going to remember. Honestly, I was only asking to be polite. Or I'm not going to remember is what you said. Okay. So, freezing a dice at this point is probably not a bad idea. Then doing that. Getting rid of cards and just playing them. Well, playing cards instead of potentially trying to get rid of cards. Alright, that's great. She's got 4 dice, 2 are going to be locked, 1's going to be frozen. So that's a pretty good first turn with 37 to 44 before she even got to play. So if we can just get somewhat as lucky next turn, that would be great. Let's see. 4 damage weaken. A odd for 3 damage and confuse. 2 damage and burn. Heal for 2 to get 2 shield. Yeah, 22 to 44, we're in a good position. What sucks though is I still can't help but be a little upset by how many times it's taken me to try and get this episode done. It's been 4 or 5 attempts when really it feels like it should have been less than that by far. Okay, 8 damage there, 6 damage there. We could put into the high note, or we could try and unlock Bop, or we could even play it incredibly safe and just get 2 health. I think you play it incredibly safe, get 2 health, free up a slot, wait for your next turn. 6 to 36. Yeah, even if she did a dodge next attack and then did damage and shocked and shocked and shocked again, it would be questionable how you would possibly lose against this. 4 damage wins there, so let's just do it. Oh, the dodge. Oops, well, whatever. 6 damage will win next turn. So we've defeated Losers Weepers, and I believe at this point that means we've probably done all of the number 3 episodes, but maybe not the Thieves because I played out of order. It's theoretically possible, of course, that this wheel is going to spin you up a prize and a path out of the dungeon. So let's spin it. I'm going to enjoy watching your face as you lose. Eventually, the setup here would imply that at some point the spinning wheel is going to actually land on a prize. Either that's at the end of the game or that's right before a boss fight. Yeah, go on, try to hide your despair. Now, we've done episode 3 on all the characters. So it's just elimination rounds and then parallel universes, then bonus rounds. So we've unlocked the copycat, favorite food, nobody likes me, everybody hates me, think I'll go eat worms, job, up your nose with a rubber hose, secret shame, so funny I forgot to laugh, reasons for entering the dungeons, I don't shut up, I grow up, and when I look at you I throw up. So it's just doing a lot of copycat responses. So there's a challenge to complete all 6 episodes for 1 contestant, which will almost certainly get that. Then 3 elimination rounds would be the next thing I guess we would unlock. Then 4, then 5, then 6. And then 2 parallel universes, 4, 5, 6. Then you don't seem to get anything until you get all 6 bonus rounds done. And then we're still not sure what hard mode and bonus mode rounds means, whether that means you can't play it in relaxed mode, which would be the exact opposite of what's described in relaxed mode, or what. Use a finale card. I feel like I have seen a finale card very infrequently, that it does like a massive amount of damage. Is that the one that does 999? Possibly. Do 12 or more damage in 1 turn by throwing dice. Still not really sure how you would do that, but I bet you'd do it in the bonus round with the witch. Roll 10 ones in a row. Still not sure exactly how you do that, but I imagine you could get that done in the bonus round too. Use your limit break twice in 1 turn. Do them more than 40 damage in a single attack. Again, I guess the card that does 999 damage would accomplish that. 5 or more freeze, 5 or more burn, 5 or more shock, stack 30 poison, lock all the enemy's dice. I'm surprised I haven't done that yet. Same gadget 3 times in 1 turn. Hatch an egg, we still have no idea. Get your health above 64. We've seen 1 instance in which you had a slight chance of getting that, but you had to have succeeded in every single fight. Complete all 36 of the regular episodes, then defeat Lady Luck. So definitely may be hitting a point where there's not going to be as much of a chance that we'll unlock any more achievements for a while. Next time we'll play as the witch. Yeah. This relaxed mode says, in relaxed mode, all enemies have 25% less health. Relaxed mode has no effect on progress or achievements and can be turned on and off at will. So, whatever hard mode is must not be affected by relaxed mode, or something there is misleading us. Yep. So we'll play as the witch to do her elimination round, and then we'll jump back to the jester to do his elimination round, and then we'll try to get the thief elimination round done, and then continue to make progress. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and get me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.